Hello, beautiful people. I'm Chris from the Landlord Training Institute. We help property owners manage their properties themselves without the stress of tenants and toilets or the ongoing monthly expense of a property manager. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit the bell below so you can get notified each week when we release a video. So recently in my business, we had a handful of units that turned over. This happens every single summer for us because we set up all of our leases to end during the summer. One thing we've got really good at is documenting and tracking data that goes along with those turnovers. We found some interesting results this year. So we had two units that were actually right across the hall from each other, extremely similar units, both one bedrooms. We decided to test our advertising a little and see what would happen with these units. For the first unit, we spent a lot of time formatting everything from the headline all the way through the body copy. And for the second unit, we did pretty much the exact same thing as every other property manager does when they post your ad, and we decided to see how that would turn out. The result was our first ad, the one that we spent a lot of time on, got over 1,000 views per day, and the second one barely broke 100 views per day. That's 10 times better results for the one where we spent the time to target our specific ideal tenant for that unit. And again, these were in the exact same building. So location or style of unit had nothing to do with it. So how did we do that? The first thing we took a look at was of our photo set for that unit, which is the best picture, which was the best photograph that we had. We're talking about the one that in a smaller thumbnail size would really pop, would make people want to click, and would look like something that you would see on, say, a professional Airbnb type ad, or maybe a professional real estate listing for sale, something of that caliber. What I suggest you do to figure this out is bring them up on your computer one by one, set them across the room, maybe on your kitchen table or something, take a couple steps back and see which one pops. See which one makes you want to click or want to know more or looks the prettiest. The next thing you need to do is consider mobile application. So the vast majority of folks are going to be viewing your ad on a mobile device. So you need to consider, does that same thumbnail pop on mobile? If it doesn't, you can't use it. And you need to do that on your chosen platform. So consider what is the best platform for you to be posting on and use that one specifically. Third thing I recommend you do is consider which one is the brightest. So you may have 2 or 3 photos, even from that exact same angle of that exact same room, but one, the lighting might be a little bit brighter. That makes a difference. Keep in mind, anybody who's looking at their phone later on at night, their phone probably adjusts to make things darker already. What you want to have happen is you want that photo to stand out versus all of the other ones that they're scrolling by. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit the bell below so you can get notified each week when we release a video. 5, 6 photos that you think are really, really good and you're not sure which one to lead with, your default should always be the best shot of the kitchen or the best shot of the living room. If it's an open concept, it's your best shot of the two combined, always. If you don't have an absolutely fabulous shot of your kitchen or a fabulous shot of your living room, that's a problem that you need to get solved as soon as you can. So make sure you've got a nice, bright, engaging photo of that living room or kitchen, or the combination of the two is absolutely ideal. And chances are that's going to be your best bet. It's going to create the highest click-through for your thumbnail picture. Now, some platforms allow 2 or 3, even 4 thumbnail pictures. So you want to be thinking about the combination of them. We've spent months testing what combination of thumbnails and in what order for each unit we've got will actually perform the best, creating the highest click-through rates. And you need to be doing the same. But there are some commonalities and some standards with all this. So you don't have to go through all of that research. We've done that for you. I highly recommend your top 2 or 3 pictures are, again, kitchen and living room. And kitchen and living room as if you were progressing from one to the other. So they can get the complete picture of what that space is going to look like when they live there. There's a reason why Netflix is doing so well. People spend a lot of time sitting on their couch. They spend a lot of time watching TV. That space gets the largest number of hours in the house. So you want to create a very clear picture of what they're going to experience in that space when they live there. Last thing I suggest for you is, again, always be testing this stuff. You should always be running an ad, whether or not you actually have a unit for rent. You should be testing something like your headline or your thumbnails or the order of your thumbnails. All of that stuff needs to be tested for your units. It's going to get more responses, leading to more viewings, leading to more applications, leading to you being able to increase your income by increasing rent. If you're not currently running an ad, I highly suggest you get one posted today. I'm Chris from the Landlord Training Institute. We help take the pain out of property management. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit the bell below for more weekly actionable tip videos like this one. I'll see you next week.